Hey, collective, it's Brandon Curtis at Entpgathering, Science and Spirituality Meeting, with a reading, and we're going to tap into what energies, angels and demons, are in each of your houses. I'm using the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry and the Occult Tarot, also by Travis McHenry, calling in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel to help ground the collective and to ensure accurate messages. Again, we're going to tap into what angels and demons are currently working in each of your houses. And we'll start with the first house of the self, Aries energy, Mars energy, and find out what angel and what demon are currently working in there for your highest good and the highest good of everybody involved. Hangman on the bottom of the deck. Let me shuffle this deck. Hope you're all doing well. Please give us a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I am so appreciative of your energy, collective, and very appreciative to all your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes. All right. Without further ado, first house, we have Six of Cups, Scorpionic energy, paired with Four of Cups, total of 10 of Cups. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated, steals or fetches anything requested, including money and horses, reveals secret things, brings questionable familiars. So I'm picking up in your first house, collective, that you are currently transmuting energies of sorrow, maybe of past relationships. And again, transmutation is a process that brings with it sorrows. We must learn to identify what no longer serves us in our energy and transmute those energies for our highest good, moving away from secret things or things that were once held in the dark for us. And what the angels energy, interesting, we have the card 45 in the Angel Tarot and card 44 in the Occult Tarot. 9 and 8. Your angels are bringing healing and also motivation. 4 and 5 is 9. 9 is a number of the self. 9 is a number of the Hermit card. And so, you know, this period of dark night, of looking into your emotional space and healing past hurts is definitely going on. And you know, the darker energies, because we're all made of dark and light energies, the darker energies are retrieving anything that was once stolen from you that caused these hurts. And your angels are here. Angel Celia is blowing the horns of healing and redemption and offering up. I'm hearing music. Listen to music to lift your spirits, but also know, collective, that your angels are motivating you, even though you might be feeling really, you know, kind of drowning in cups energy. This is Scorpionic energy, as I said. 4 of Cups would be Cancerian energy, both water energy, and I'm seeing here that, you know, this motivation that your angels is bringing you, and this healing is actually fortifying your 4th house. It'll be interesting to see what comes into the 4th house for you. 4th house is Cancerian energy. It's our maternal self. It's the place that we call home. energetically within ourselves that we can retreat to for that nurturing that we can give ourselves. In the second house, ruled by Taurus and the planet Venus, we have Two of Wands, love and wisdom, victory over those who would attack you. So in your heart space, Venusian energy, it's the second house is Venus rules values, also money, and abundance in your life. Two of Wands is Aries energy, and here Jeliel is the helping god. Really building up from these past hurts, really strong, healthy boundaries. From the occult tarot, you have the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, a strong and faithful fighter, follows all commands and answers all questions. You know, now that your angels and the darker energies of the demons have shed light on past hurts, and are helping you build new fortifications and new healthy boundaries within yourself in your second house, I foresee for a lot of you money coming in and a sense of abundance and grounding earth energy in your second house of not only spiritual strength and resilience, but also this leadership fire energy of the Two of Wands that is going to create healthy boundaries for yourself and for other and new relationships that will bring abundance into your life. Maybe even love, I'm hearing. Third house, ruled by Gemini, planet is Mercury. We have the Page of Pentacles. So this new love and this new grounding and abundance from the second house is being shown here with this angel, loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. Third house is Gemini energy of the mind. It's the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And I see this slow and steady, very creative earth energy in your third house that, well, let's see what you're working with. Queen of Wands teaches art and sciences, tells anything one desires to know. Speaking of Gemini, third house, this is of the mind. So this is an acquisition of and building with the Page of Pentacles and the angel energy, new thought processes that are clear of past karmic relationships, having learned lessons with the Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands of how to set healthy boundaries in your life. And Queen of Wands, very spiritually powerful, spiritually gifted, spiritually strong, gives dignities, can make any man subject to one's demands, gives good familiars. That's in the third house. The feminine side of the brain. And the Page of Pentacles, it's like holding the Ace of Pentacles, a new start in life. Queen of Wands or fire energy is masculine, and Pentacles is earth energy. I see a nice blending of the spiritual warrior feminine energy of the Queen of Wands along with healing and nurturing your inner child of the Page of Pentacles. Fourth house, angel, Nine of Swords, the comforting God, purification, protection from the impious, period, religious sentiments. Nine of Swords, 9 is a number of completion of the self. This is you taking responsibility for your thoughts, coming from the third house of Gemini, your intellect. And Two of Cups causes the love of women to men and of men to women in the fourth house. This is Cancerian energy. So this healing of the Nine of Swords, this information that's coming in, taking responsibility for your thoughts, is proving to you that you are your best twin. There's a nice blending of masculine and feminine in your fourth house. Nurturing your inner child, but also I foresee for some of you there is a, having gone through these past hurts, or these past relationships in your first house of self, Six of Cups, Four of Cups, is bringing in a manifestation of a new relationship. This could be platonic, this could be workplace, this could be romantic. Well, this could be of the self with the Nine of Swords. So a really nice coming together and healing, nurturing Cancerian energy of the moon is it currently in your fourth house. Fifth house, Leo energy, ruled by the sun, fire, fixed fire energy. Knight of Pentacles, the praiseworthy god, light of understanding, acquires knowledge and cures illness. And because it's in the fifth house, this is Knight of Pentacles, is slow and steady, wins the race. I see a lot of reparation being served to your ego and your masculine side. From the Occult Tarot, we have Eight of Swords. Interesting, we have Nine of Swords in the fourth house and Eight of Swords in the fifth house. Kills by drowning and can sink ships, controls the seas and the winds, will spare any life by request. Eight of Swords is going in and sussing out all the mental anguish and activity that might be going on in there. It's my first card. It's Gemini energy. It's my first card of like going through a dark night of the soul process, an ego death process. And it's not surprising. It's in the fifth house, which is largely about the ego. It's about what we entertain. It's about the entertainment business. It's about expression, sexuality. Great strength in the number 8. And also Eight of Swords is very creative. And, with the Knight of Pentacles paired with this brilliant, strong, well-fortified mental activity in the fifth house is going to bring you a lot of expression that is creative, that is very strong, that is very forceful and ingenious, I'm hearing. Sixth house, ruled by Virgo, which is mutable earth energy. The sixth house is about health. It's about the workplace. It's where the mind or thought and emotions are rooted in the body and how those three work together. We have the Five of Pentacles. Patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge and industry. I mentioned industry and workplace here in the sixth house. Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. 5 is a number of the ego. So I'm seeing that, from the fifth house energy, you're going to take whatever lessons and this creativity, this great strength of mind and expression, and you're going to pull that into your workplace, being well grounded as you do this. 5 is a number of the mind as well. It takes patience at this point because you've gone through so much leading up to this sixth house energy and the Five of Pentacles. Let's find out. King of Pentacles. So you go from Five of Pentacles, which in the traditional tarot is one of need or feeling outside of the workplace, feeling outside of some sort of organization. It could be a church, it could be a family, but really, really being on your own. All the while, having the fortitude, having the endurance to be patient and out on your own to learn the lessons. King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is a mentorship, turns any metal into gold, gives one high offices and titles, answers questions about past, present, and future. So in your sixth house, I see, you stepping out and enduring and being patient and being very strong, working solo is going to bring in a mentor in this King of Pentacles, or you're stepping into your own King of Pentacles energy, which is fantastic if you ask me, it being in your sixth house of the workplace. I foresee with this Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords in your fourth and fifth houses, emotional and expressive masculine solar plexus energy of the fifth house, it's bringing in a new expression in your workplace, and it's drawing in either a promotion at work, having stepped away from an old workplace or a family or old structures where you once did work, is bringing in a new line of work or new business associations that are going to be beneficial to you. Or again, you're stepping into your own King of Pentacles, and you should expect a increase at work, a promotion or a raise, or people that you walked away from, had to walk away from to gain your independence and control of your own mind and build your own patience in the process. They're going to see you as the King of Pentacles. All right, in your seventh house of relationships, Libra energy, ruled by Venus, we have Seven of Wands. Seventh house, Seven of Wands, liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. This is about relationships. This is about friends, platonic. Also, it could be enemies as well, open enemies in the seventh house. Seven of Wands is Leo energy, the last decan of Leo, so it's very strong. Where you have the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups, you're spiritually protected, and you've been liberated. You've liberated yourself, walking away from whatever this group was with the Five of Pentacles in the workplace, or it could be a church, it could be a family. All right, what occult? Six of Wands, more Leo energy. 7 and 6 of Wands, both Leo energies, teaches philosophy perfectly, brings souls back from the dead to answer questions. Right, you walking away from this group and willingly, boldly walking into Five of Pentacles energy, learning patience, learning to be independent and resilient and endure, has brought you victory and spiritual protection with the Seven of Wands, victory with the Six of Wands. And those people that you walked away from are going to be asking how you did it. New relationships will be formed as a result. Again, you might be calling in a new group of friends, a new workplace atmosphere, of which you will be the King of Pentacles in, and teaching them. They'll be asking you, how'd you do this? Or how do you do this? What you do. It could be new. It could be a new line of work, yes, but a new take on maybe a traditional style of work. Very innovative, I'm picking up. All right, 8th house, Scorpionic energy, ruled by the planet Pluto and the planet Mars. We've got 8 of Cups. Can't make this up. This is Piscean energy. Transformation, gives consolation in adversity. Very fitting, being in the 8th house, which is sex, death, and transformation. It's intimacy. It's building trust within the self. Strong enough that you can couple with new relationships in a healthy way. Knowing your own boundaries, knowing how you express, how you transmute energies. We got the 10 of Wands, causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. 10 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. 8 of Cups is walking away from past relationships, looking for your 9th cup, and then eventually 10th of cup. This has been a spiritual journey for you, collective, here in the 8th house, Sagittarius energy. A lot of burdens, but a lot of spiritual lessons you've learned from this. So they don't, where once they were burdens to you, maybe taking on the energy of other people way too much, or them being projected onto you. They're like, hey, why don't you take this work off our hands, because we know that you're totally capable. You walked away from that sort of a relationship by setting healthy boundaries, remaining patient, enduring isolation, but that time was well spent because you healed and took responsibility for your own thoughts. You were able to suss out here in the fourth house what energy was yours and what isn't, what thoughts were yours and what weren't. And now 10 of Wands is you move from 7 of Wands in the 8th house and 6 of Wands in the 8th house to 8 of Cups, being able to transmute those emotions in 8th house energy, Scorpionic energy, with Piscean energy. Scorpionic energy in the 8th house is fixed water, where Piscean energy, 8 of Cups, is the first decan of Pisces. It's mutable water energy. And then you've manifested 10 of Wands, but without the burdens. They're like all 10 are your wands. So they're not so much of a burden. All right, 9th house, Sagittarius energy, we have the Page of Swords, God the Refuge. I like this because 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, masculine fire energy. Sagittarius energy is mutable fire energy, and it's about higher learning. It's about philosophy, and it's about religion too. It's about going for and exploring the mental landscape within and also without, taking in new information. Refuge governs dreams and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. Higher learning, philosophy. And this, you pay attention to your dreams. Maybe you're getting a lot of downloads in your dreams. Boy, in the last 48 hours, major downloads are coming my way, especially when I decided to take a nap whenever my body was telling me to sleep. All the while getting, 7-8 hours sleep nightly. Yesterday, I spent probably 4 hours in the afternoon, or between the morning and the afternoon, sleeping. And still, I got a full night's sleep last night, and I'm feeling good, well rested. But boy, so many dreams came through. Page of Swords. This is learning. This is taking stock of your mental and emotional landscape and paying attention to information that comes to you through your dreams, or that you find picking up the Bible or a book of learning. Heck, even a novel can teach you so much, because a book of fiction, a novella, short story about other people's lives, it's a way of energy harvesting that experience in a safe, healthy way. Because you're invited to read a novel and step into the lives of the people therein, learn their lessons, feel their emotions, all in a safe, healthy way. 9th house energy, King of Wands, makes men fly into passionate rage and desire, destroys the happiness of married couples, wastes the beauty of virgins, reveals the future. Page of Swords and King of Wands. Yeah, and what I'm picking up is what I just described about reading and getting involved in maybe even a good cinema or film, any sort of 5th house energy where you have the Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords, that mental strength to really put yourself in that situation, feel the emotions that the characters in the film or in the novel are going through, and learn through that process in a healthy way. All right, 10th house is the house, first collective house. It's our public persona. It's often how the public and others view us. It's our destiny, and it's our relationship to the collective and the world at large. From the Angel Tarot, we have Eight of Wands, Mercury in Sagittarius, grandeur, makes one passionate toward God. You're stepping out and people are seeing your spiritual advancement, your spiritual power, your spiritual enlightenment that you've received going through this process right now, collective. The Chariot, major arcana, sower of discord, slayer of men, here paired with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're nobody's fool. You're God's fool, if anything, because that's my faith card, the Fool card. Here, the Chariot is you being totally, it's Cancerian energy, being completely capable of retreating into your emotions and finding nurturing and healing of the self. People are seeing you because you're communicating through the Eight of Wands, this spiritual advancement and this process that you've been through. Great spiritual warrior. And nobody is messing with you. Nobody can mess with you because you are so strong. You are a slayer of men and sower of discord in the hearts of others because your heart is so well protected, not defensive, only when it needs to be, against energy harvesters, against people who would manipulate your heart space and your emotions through their actions. We're talking narcissists, having maybe gone through a lot of narcissistic wounding in your past or recent past. No, you are literally riding the Chariot, and in the Chariot there are no reins. It's spirit that is guiding you. And in this case, Cancerian energy, the moon, intuition, maternal, nurturing, healing water of Cancer. All right, in the 11th house, Aquarius, this is the collective conscience, this is the internet, this is humanitarianism, philanthropy, this is friends and community. Air energy. We have judgment, the planet Pluto. Atonement of errors, destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them. Yeah, riding in your Chariot with Eight of Wands strength. Page of Swords strength, King of Wands strength. You are Pluto is actually, you are practicing good judgment, having been through all these lessons, practicing patience and going through a stage in the dark night of the soul process has brought you great judgment, great thinking too. That is the mantra of the 11th house of Aquarius. I know is actually the mantra. I think Gemini, 3rd house, Queen of Wands, and Page of Pentacles would be I think. Here's I know. It's being able to clearly see and tap into the collective conscience and understand it. And being looked at as a great judge of character and an example of somebody who can atone for errors made in their life and also destroy enemies. And yes, humiliates them, but it makes them human. You're reflecting back through your own process energies that are very human, and everybody makes mistakes. We make errors. So long as we atone for them, we can heal. Chariot energy. Two of Swords, builds towers and provides weapons and ammunition, sends soldiers to appointed places. I like this because it's air energy. Here it's Libra energy, initiating air energy in the 11th house, which is Aquarius, which is fixed energy. We have the planet Pluto with judgment and Two of Swords. Two of Swords is peace of mind, if in a really good energy. If in a bad energy, it could be schizophrenia. The building of towers that the Two of Swords is referring to is the foundations upon which you build your spiritual practice, upon which you stand, think, and take action You delegate your power with a judgment, with Pluto. You send soldiers to appointed places to ready against attacks, to protect your friends. A great humanitarian and philanthropic mind you have, with great judgment. All right, finally in the 12th house, Piscean energy. It's the house of endings. It's the house of Judas. It's a house of hidden enemies. It's the house of darker waters, but also because it's mutable water, it's necessary. We all must come to an end, especially if we've made errors. We need to stop making those errors and atone for those errors. But this is the 12th house, is the place where we see, or it's revealed to us, this is the end of the line. And the next house is Aries, which is, first house. So what do we have? From the Angel Tarot, 4 of Cups, Cancerian energy, healing capacity, protection from weapons, and safety in travel. So being in the last house of endings, and we have the 4 of Cups, this is initiating water energy, where Pisces is mutable water energy, and Scorpio would be fixed water energy. 4 of Cups, 4 is a number of foundations, of building foundations. Here with the 2 of Swords, I see that, this mental foundations of building the tower with the 2 of Swords in the 11th house with friendships, all the while practicing good judgment. Planet Pluto, which rules Scorpio, you have a fresh outlook and a solid foundation within yourself emotionally in this ending. You have prompted this. You have initiated this ending, and this is the result. 4 of Cups, healing. So there's death and healing, not just death and darkness and lies and deceit. There's healing and protection from the deceit, from these weapons, these swords that have been thrown at you. All right. From the Occult Tarot, Knight of Cups, causes all the love that may be both of men and women. So you have 4 of Cups and Knight of Cups. You're taking this healing energy against your enemies. You're protecting yourself from any further attacks. And also, with good judgment and healthy boundaries, mental boundaries, 2 of Swords, healing energy of the Chariot in the 10th house, and 8 of Wands, being able to communicate spiritual fire energy. You're going to repair these past hurts, these past relationships between people that once came for you, your hidden enemies. And this doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to have to interact with them anymore. A lot of this is internal. It's the 12th house and endings for you, not necessarily for everyone, like you'd find in the collective. This is you laying to rest old hurts, old relationships that no longer serve you, and being able to move away from them with a Knight of Cups energy, with compassion, with forgiveness. You're never going to forget. Hanged Man energy. This is a card of sacrifices. Desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Happens to be one of my guardian angels, my soul's guardian angel. And the Moon on the bottom of the deck. We've seen a lot of Moon energy, intuition, maternal waters of healing and rejuvenation. Beelzebub makes manifest the apparitions of demons, sets demons upon men to destroy them with vices. The very 12th house energy. Hangman, sacrifices. Some of you, what you've done in this healing of yourself is you've gotten away from addictions. You've gotten away from trauma bonds that you had with these past people, these liars, even evil spells and bad spirits that would come to you in the 12th house, or come to you in any of your houses. You have acquired knowledge so that you can recognize them. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels have made you aware of what they are. And with moon energy, you've manifested them so that they could appear for you, so that you could slay them. Or at least, I'm hearing, recognize that many of these demons are sent by other people, like in a trauma bond. A trauma bond is where you couple with someone, it's very passionate, and you think that, they complete you. It's very energetically just, it feels harmonious, but the only thing that's harmonious is that you two share a common narcissistic wounding from your childhood. And you're actually looking at that other person, feeling that other person, and feeling their wound, and secretly wanting to heal that wound through coming together with them. But both of you don't recognize that you have the same wound. So it's impossible, to change anyone, that you have to turn that energy and the lens into yourself, heal yourself with your angels, with your spirit guides, maybe with outside help, but not someone you're trauma bonded with, unless, and I maintain this, if both parties realize they're in a trauma bond and both parties are really Nine of Wands energy, Four of Cups energy, which we've seen twice, first in the first house from the occult tarot, and then in the angel tarot we see in the last house. So there's synchronicity there. You can, if both of you recognize that you're in a trauma bond, one of the big revelation or realization that will come to you is that you're seeing in the other person things that are found in you. And with that knowledge, you can then look to yourself for the knowledge, for the healing, to or to bring out that aspect that you saw or felt in the other as something very attractive. You realize that it's actually coming from you, that you're projecting this onto your partner in a trauma bond, and not recognizing that it's actually within you. You have that ability, you have that beauty, you have that humor, you have that intellectual capacity or strength or resilience of spirit. It's all in you. And that's when both people in a trauma bond realize that, that's the only time that there's any hope for a trauma bonding. Otherwise, if only one, or in most often neither, recognize that they're in a trauma bond, but if only one recognizes that, it's impossible to heal. The only chance of staying in that trauma bond and then transmuting all that energy and working with one another with humility, with vulnerability, with understanding, and with spiritual power and enlightenment and strength, can you remain in that pairing, that couple, and heal. I firmly believe you can do that, but only if both parties are cognizant, are aware that they're in a trauma bond, or that trauma bond energies brought them together. And then to really unpack the nature of a trauma bond, can those two people work to a place where they can remain in a relationship? Albeit it'll be a completely different one. It'll be one where both of you help each other develop healthy boundaries, understand each other, find commonality in the trauma bond, that you can use as information to heal yourself. And then and only then, when each person of the trauma bond can heal themselves within, using the other as a healthy mirror in this case, that's the only time I think you can bust out of a trauma bond, yet still remain in a relationship with someone that you enter that bond with. Recreating a new bond, a healthy bond, where boundaries are respected and celebrated. And then and only then does the energy become true and healthy and nurturing, rather than secretly toxic and acidic, consuming one another's energy without knowing that. It's like eating processed food or junk food. It's not you're not getting the nutritious value from the other person. It's just empty calories. Calories burn. Spirit, fire, passion, sex, and empty calories, they don't provide the healthy minerals and the balance of proteins and carbs and minerals and healthy vitamins and which spark the body to create natural healing minerals and hormones and all that good stuff that should take place in each of us separately, if we're functioning well in a healthy way. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you next time. For links to type yourself and measure your neurodivergence or find your astrological chart. You can also get typed your MBTI through me. There are links to find your human design chart. What else? Oh, your Enneagram tri-type. There are links in the description box, along with ways to donate to the channel. Thank you for all the donations, and thank you for my clients that I'll be meeting with this week. There is a solar cycle special right now on my website, Entpgathering.com, where you can book me for $22, 33 minutes. And I'm NLP and MBTI certified, so we can talk cognitive functions. We can talk about self-limiting beliefs, on how to get out of the way of yourself and transmute energies through an ego death process that is healthy, that is safe, that is conscious, and free of or how to free yourself from a trauma bond, and really gain healthy self-respect in your relationships, and how to set healthy, safe boundaries with yourself and with others. I'm ending this reading at 3:34 p.m., so let's check out the angel number. Oh, there's also a link to this website where when I'm looking for and using synchronicity in my life, and Carl Jung defines synchronicity as meaningful coincidences, which hopefully you found many in this reading. Take only what resonates, leave the rest. It's a general collective reading. I started looking for and using synchronicity in my life by using addresses, or when I would see repeating numbers, or looked at my clock face on my phone or wherever, and then looking up that number. Angel number 334 is a mix of the vibrations of number 3 appearing twice, amplifying its energies and resonating with master number 33 and the attributes of number 4. Number 3 brings growth, expansion, and principles of increase, sensitivity, self-expression, and communication, creativity, joy, and optimism. Number 3 also resonates with the ascended masters. So think Yeshua, Jesus, and the Buddha. Master number 33 symbolizes the principle of guidance, compassion, blessings, the teacher of teachers, inspiration, honesty, discipline, bravery, and courage. And when expressed to the fullest, Master number 33 focuses upon the spiritual uplifting of humankind. Number 4 resonates with working steadily towards goals and aspirations, practicality, system and order, self-initiation. Absolutely. I can teach you how to initiate your own dark night of the soul in a safe, healthy, conscious way. Endurance, we saw here. Loyalty, mastery, building solid foundations, and enthusiasm, coupled with patience and determination. Number 4 also relates to the archangels. Angel number 334 brings a message that it's time to move forward with new realizations about your career, available resources, ambitions and goals, and the way you manage your life. It encourages you to follow through with your own plan of action with determination, motivation, and good strategy. Angel number 334 brings a message that you have a strong connection with your spirituality and the angelic and spiritual realms. Listen to your intuition, inner wisdom, and angelic guidance to glean insight, assistance, and support whenever you feel the need. All you need to do is ask. A timely opportunity or situation brings many pieces of the puzzle together for you. You have learned many invaluable lessons and have been patient and determined in your efforts. And now is the time to reap your rewards. This boils down to angel number 1, 334 does. So, maybe you're being called to take advantage of my solar cycle special. We're now into the sun is in Pisces. So it's Pisces season. And book with me and we can have a conversation. I can throw cards for you. We can look at the energies in each of your houses, or I love to do a chakra read and find out what energies in each of your chakras. I can do a Celtic spread and do a 10-card read. Or we can just talk cognitive functions. We can talk about trauma bonding. You're being called to reach out and really be assisted, work with your angel energy, work with the ascended master energy, and really keep rolling with this energy that you've built up in your life right now. Because collective, I'm clearly seeing that you have, walked away from unhealthy relationships. You're walking into knowing how to firmly set healthy boundaries that are calling in new relationships. And also, most importantly, it's reparenting the inner child. It's healing those trauma bonds that you once had you stuck or left gaping holes. Maybe you've cut the cords to those relationships, but still there was a wound there. I mean, I'm hearing Chiron, the wounded healer, and that was his story. In each of us, look to where Chiron is and in what house, what sign it's in, and it tells you a lot about the wound that will carry you through this lifetime, depending on the house. But I guess generally, it's a wound that can only be healed by you. You'll always carry it. Kind of think of it as like being a recovering alcoholic. I mean, you will always be an alcoholic. So you'll always have this wound, and the only way you can heal that wound and maintain it, keeping it clean so it doesn't get infected, so it doesn't flare up again, so it doesn't cause you pain, is by helping others with their particular wounds. And this is about giving love. This is about giving healing energy to others, but not in a trauma bond, not in a needy, desperate way where it causes one to be controlling and manipulative of the other. No, it's really living in your heart space with love and working from a place where you have found self-love and you have built up a strong enough internal structure of healing and nurturing for yourself, that you have plenty of cups to give other people so that they can drink these healing waters that you've experienced and you've sort of bottled up for yourself. So you're mass producing these waters and can give them out. So long as you keep yourself hydrated with these waters and always give to yourself, don't ever deplete or become dehydrated in these healing waters. You always give to yourself first. This is not a selfish reaction to relationships, to outside influences. Energy harvesters know this about light workers, about people who have learned to heal themselves, who have learned to live with their wounding that never heals, but for the continued practice of observing, acknowledging, and respecting that wound, and in a way protecting that wound from outside influence. Yeah, this is the that wounding spot is the bullseye for a narcissist, for an energy harvester, for a manipulator. Know that, collective. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Find all the ways to donate to the channel. If this resonated with you, I truly appreciate your donations. It helps keep me going and helps lift my spirits and keeps me on the road to finding my own place. I've been through a lot, and I'm taking this information and my own healing journey into this channel so that I can teach others how to remain resilient, how to remain like light of heart, even when you're homeless, as I am technically right now. When you've been a victim of energy harvesters and manipulators, this is the end times. Spiritual warfare has been going on and is ramping up, and it will not decrease. It's only getting stronger. But the more people who awaken to this fact, the more that Pluto changes and provides for us the energy and the knowledge to die, to kill off these relationships and rebuild and be reborn again. This is a process that literally the planet Pluto takes 248 years to orbit around the sun. It's now in the heavens where it was when this nation was founded. So we're going through a Pluto return right here in the United States, but worldwide. I mean, just look around you, feel the energy. Look at the energy. It's Judgment Day. It is the end of times, as far as I'm concerned. And no, it doesn't conform. It doesn't come in the form as described in the Book of Revelation, or by Christian fundamentalists and fanatics and dramatists. It's real, and the book is allegory. The word is metaphor and allegory that is coming from the Creator, that's coming from a higher source. And yeah, you could call it a warning of sorts, but it's a revelation. It's meant to enlighten and to reveal to you this time that we're all going through. And the more the people wake up to this fact, the more we can couple with one another and build a community that is based on knowledge of the end times. And we can pick a side, because that's what we're being asked to do. Which side are you on, collective? I know the collective here, 345, as I said that, 345 where I am. This is about steps. This is about moving forward. 3 is a number of creation. 4 is a number of manifestation. 5 is a number of the mind. There is change inherent in those numbers. So to learn how to recognize more synchronicity in your life, to help guide you through these dark times, to help you further progress through spiritual awakening, to learn how to spiritually protect yourself. Give my solar cycle special a shot. Book with me. I've opened up my time slots to include the weekends now, because I think that will bring in a lot of more opportunity for people who obviously work during the week. So I'm looking forward to seeing you book with me, and to throw some cards with you and just meet up with you is going to be a great joy for me. I love doing this, and I'm so glad that you're part of Entpgathering. And if you're not, I truly wish that you got as much benefit out of this reading as possible, and that you strongly consider becoming a subscriber. Until next time, until the next reading, namaste.